Hello, Biafrans and lovers of Biafrans all over the world. I welcome you to this exciting moment of the Biafra Gate 3. This is an important message to all Biafrans by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi from the DSS dungeon, have sent a very strong signal and a very strong message he has passed across to all Biafrans and to all freedom fighters, those who are fighting for their freedom and their fundamental right to self-determination. This is the strongest message ever been passed in the history of the struggle for independence for the Biafrans and analysts. I'm here, of course, to make due justice to this message being passed by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi, through his legal counsel, Barrister Maxwell. Of course, have this to say that Mazi Nnamdi is committed to the struggle, is committed to the independence state of Biafra, is committed to freedom of his people, is committed despite his ordeal, despite his incarcerations and pains and agony, psychologically, emotionally, and physiologically. He has been subjected for more than 4 years. The report, the good news, the good report is that Mazi Nnamdi, the situation or spot assessment of his psychological, emotional well-being stands at his relentless commitment to the struggle, to the independence, to the freedom of his people. And Barrister Maxwell has this to say, is a message that he is committed to the struggle and very much ready to defend the cause of Biafra, even if that means staking his life, of which he has done and maintained over the years, that it is better he dies than Biafra not to be actualized. This is a strong message to those Biafrans more interested in politicking, in trying to scuttle the cause of the restoration of the Biafran state, arguing and fighting over what is irrelevant rather than being focused to the cause of the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra and the full restoration. This is the message for every one of them coming from the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Some people say Nnamdi is another savior. Then, even in his incarceration, he is being detained and incarcerated, having been isolated from his own family and immediate loved ones. Yet, for the sake of all Biafrans, for the sake of the unborn generations, for the sake of the current Biafrans who has died fighting for their liberty, for the heroes past, for the sake of the Biafran that are in existence, and yet the unborn generations. He has the passion, and to this end, he has committed himself irrevocably. Of course, God helping him to remain resolute, remain commitment to the struggle for Biafra. This is a testament of a true leadership. This is a testament of a man who has a large heart, a big heart for his people. Of course, this is a testament for all humanity that a man came to and saw the oppression and subjugation of his people and was calling for the justice and calling for fairness and for the fundamental right of the people to be respected, the right to self-actualization, self-preservation, and self-recognition. That is what freedom is all about, and he has maintained his composure, however obvious and exacerbating any situation. This is the strong message for those opportunists, for those who prefer, of course, to enjoy the onions and cucumbers of Egypt rather than moving forward. This is a strong message to the generation of Korahs who challenge the authorities because they want to remain relevant. They are seeking for self-recognition and what they can grab in. For this generation of Korah that eventually was swallowed up, this is a message for you that if you dare not get out of the way of the Biafrans, the same thing that happened to Korahs and his generation or his own deceptive group will happen to you. I don't care who you are, but this is a strong message to you coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that all these shenanigans and nonsense you are debating baseless arguments and irrelevant, engagement and struggle that is not in the interest of the actualization of the Biafran state. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling to all Biafrans who believe in the cause of emancipation of his people that he remained resolute, he remained committed. That word remains committed, unwavering, regardless of the oppositions, regardless of whatever is happening to him, that he being incarcerated, not free, of course, to move about, to engage and communicate, to associate with his own people, remain committed to the struggle. But those who are free, how they can do whatever, brag about it, you are fooling and destroying yourself. This is a message of hope, is a message of truth, is a message that is overrides every other opinion, every other, of course, suggestions anyone might hold, regardless of whatever may have transpired. That the leader is leading by example, that he remained committed to the struggle and ready to face the struggle, ready to face the challenge, ready to face whatever accusation that may be levied against him, just for Biafrans. There's no greater love than this, that a man should lay his life for his own people. This was just an actualization, a replica of what Jesus did for the entire humanity. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is repeating the same thing for the entire Biafrans, not just Biafrans, but the lovers of Biafrans, Biafrans unborn, Biafrans that are yet to be born, posterities of Biafra, so that their our cultural heritage and the posterity will be preserved. But some people are here making noise, ranting. Onye ka ewu na ị ga-eji nkonko mkpako bibie laa n'iyi bụrụ kora onye a ga-esite na ya laa ụmụ Chineke n'iyi. This is a message for the Biafrans by the leader of the Biafrans or the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. It is not just for a particular people or the Igbos or the Ibibios or the Sekiris or the Jaws. This is a message of freedom, is a message of reassurance, and this is a very strong warning to those who think they can truncate and use a Biafran cause for trade by barter. It's a shame. It's a very strong disgrace to you all who are fighting for irrelevant things and fail to focus on the cause for which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is passing through pain, isolation, incarceration, and injustice in the highest order. Well, let's have to listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, barrister Maxwell, has to say. And we are going to come back to continue this development and this discussion, just as he cited that whosoever believes that Ohaneze Ndigbo, of course, is committed, and the entire leadership of the entire politicians within the said Biafran territory is committed to the cause of the release of Nnamdi Kanu is just a waste of time. They are deceiving themselves. They are not in any way committed to the cause of the emancipation of their own people. They are more interested in the ripping off and taking on the advantage of this fair system that enables and guarantees even their protection, even when they looted the entire treasury meant for the people's development and the development of all the entire society to themselves, and arrogate it to their own self and their families and their cronies. It's quite unfortunate that this is happening, but whatever be the case, this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to say. Let's listen to Aloy Ejimako. We'll come back to continue this discussion.
This is the Federal High Court, Abuja. Mazi Nnamdi is facing trial. And Nnamdi applied that the judge should recuse herself because of bias. And since then, the judge ordered and rescued herself from handling the matter. So, and getting to 1 year now, one expected that the CJ of Federal High Court, as a matter of urgency, should have reassigned the case to another judge. But up to now, nothing has happened. And we expected Attorney General, the Minister of Justice, who came and said that Nnamdi has a case to answer, to come, if they actually have a case before against Nnamdi, to come with to come and make the application to ensure that the matter is being reassigned. But that they never did. But on our own, we are the defense team. We have applied that the matter should be reassigned. After seeing Nnamdi, I went to see him today. That is 8th day of January 2025. So he's hell and hearty and committed to his struggle. So I'm ready to face the trial. That one is on that. Attorney General that has been going around saying that they have we expected them to apply to ensure that the matter was being reassigned so as to get a date, so that the matter will be had accelerated, will be given an accelerated hearing. But now nothing has happened. So we have applied, believing that the CJ will reassign the matter. On the other hand, when I just came by, I've been in the Southeast for the past 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year's celebration. I had some people asking what is the Ohaneze, the land that Ohaneze, the Igbo political leaders, they are not doing anything. Both the Igbo political leaders, the Igbo religious leaders, Igbo traditional leaders, they are not doing anything with respect to Mazi Nnamdi matter. Anybody who is believing that they are not doing anything. Okay, now they said that they are looking to go and visit President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But the president went to the Southeast, where everybody, all the meaning members of the Southeast, the people of the Igbos, we expected the political leaders, the religious leaders, the traditional rulers to organize themselves and use that opportunity to make a demand, a firm demand from the president with a letter telling the president that the New Year gift you can give to the people of Southeast, the New Year gift you can give to the people of the Igbos is to unconditionally release Nnamdi and allow him to continue with his agitation. But that they never did. They went that place and praising the president, giving him title, praising him, even the ones that he never expected. I'm talking about servicemen. I heard them saying, so these are the things so anybody who is saying I learned that anybody said that they're trying to secure appointment, get a date with the President Ahmed Bola Tinubu for them to come and pay him because visit. But he visited them. He was in Enugu. Everybody was watching them. They never did anything. They said that they are commissioning project. Project for who? The people of Southeast that are not happy, whose business has been destroyed as a result of sit at home, who are not happy because their son, who never committed anything, who is just a freedom fighter, is being incarcerated simply because he's from the Igbos. The criminals that are committed, obvious case, everybody know, are busy moving around freely. So what are we talking about? So they know that they don't have any case against Nnamdi. That's why they are running away from trial. That's why they refuse to come and make sure that the matter is being reassigned. So it's rather unfortunate.
From the submission of Barrister Maxwell, you can understand that Mazi Nnamdi is very much committed and ready to face trial regardless of whatever happens. He have maintained his composure and consistently demand for the recourse of the justice presiding over his case, Justice Jacob Data, that he, on the basis of being biased and not able to deliver the expected justice. Of course, he maintained that the Igbo politicians and Igbo elites are not in any way interested in the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever promises they are making are just mere uh, political jamborees, grammars that is not substantiable. As even Tinubu visited Enugu, and they were celebrating, giving him names, chieftaincy titles, without addressing the fundamental issue that is very important. As their own people, their own son is being incarcerated, while they are celebrating, pumping champagne. In fact, they are celebrating Tinubu for not allowing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. They are so much happy for Tinubu doing their biddings and not allowing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to have his justice, to have his freedom, and to continue what he so much believed in the emancipation of his own people. Just as what is happening in Nigeria today, there is chaos, killings here and there. This is only what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking, that the life of his people is valued and must be preserved. Just what is happening, unfortunately, even the security operatives are being killed in the course of all these shenanigans and the insecurity rocking the nation hard. What the Igbo politicians and the governors could do, including Ohaneze, you see, is just to celebrate a man who has had their own children, their own son, who is not guilty, who has not been, according to the law of Nigeria, have not been convicted of any crime. Even he was discharged and acquitted and was released by a competent court of law within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence, and unfortunately was heard for obvious reasons, of course, best known to them, to deny the cause of justice. The Ohaneze Ndigbo and all politicians in the East are just celebrating Tinubu for the continual incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's quite unfortunate and very laughable. And the worst of it is those who have remained distracted in the cause of the fight or actualization of their own freedom. It is not my freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is committed to this cause of the emancipation of his people. It's a very big lesson to them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sends a very strong signal, a message to them that he remains committed to the cause of Biafra. He remained committed to the struggle. No wonder Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I'm not the one that will disappoint you, but you are the one that will disappoint me. You are disappointing. That fulfillment of that prophecy is coming to pass. You see it? That just after the Mazi Simon Ekpa was excused for some weeks, you see what is happening. That prophecy now is fulfilling in the head of certain people who are children of domination, children of condemnation, that you are the one to disappoint me. You are the one to betray me. I remain committed again to that cause that I have chosen, I have freely chosen, and of course, willing to consistently demand for what is right and within the ambit of international recognized laws on human rights, charter, and of course, the borders on that self-determination and self-actualization. It's quite unfortunate and very laughable that this is happening. Barrister Maxwell has to set the record straight. That forget about all those politicians and the Ohanezes and whatever they call themselves. They are never committed, not even a single day, to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are rather celebrating Tinubu, giving him chieftaincy titles, eulogizing him for the continued incarceration of an innocent man who is presumed innocent, of course, before the law or by any competent court of law, except otherwise is proven. Not as of this time, not otherwise has been proven, which presupposes of his innocency and upholds his innocency has been determined by the appeal court within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence. Let's get to know what is your take regarding this development. Is a clear truth, and we cannot continue to live in denial. Let's get to know your own perspective regarding this development. It is a strong message that cannot be ignored.